John.
Joined the meeting.
Mike, Steve Chuck is not coming, he's sick.
Is he?
Just called.
Hey guys, it's John Puskar.
Good morning, John. Or afternoon, John. You want coffee?
No, no thanks.
You want just a couple of those, oatmeal raisin cookies?
Later on.
Okay.
Well, yeah, where are you?
Yeah, they're on that, I put them on that corner to.
Oh,
close to-
okay.
Close to Ramia, you know?
My job is to watch them.
How's Jake doing? Are you? Oh, thank God.
Got through it. He came back to work though, the first day, and, got a rebar down at the dump. Ended up on the first day.
These are good. Yeah? Thank you. Follow instructions.
Who's in hospital? Again?
Yeah. Cancer under control? Yeah. We're gonna go live in a couple seconds, okay? Mr. Chairman, you tell me when, it's your.
Whenever you're ready to start.
Okay, I'm gonna go live and then you call it out.
Eugene.
Joined the meeting.
Hello everyone, Eugene here.
Hi, Eugene, we hear you. Someone's at the door. Oh, okay. Jim Swift, can you hear us?
Please stand for pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 2, any public participation? Hearing none, we'll move on. Do you have the meeting, do you have the, minutes for March 10th?
They should be in everyone's pockets, no,
I got him, you want?
I don't have an official.
All right, I'll bring up the.
Oh, no.
I don't have an official package. All right.
I got Mark Thompson, if you want.
There's some minutes.
Start with March 10th, the regular meeting on March 10th.
Yes.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion from Bill to accept the meeting minutes dated March 10th.
Second.
Seconded by Don. Any other discussion on the meeting minutes dated March 10th? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Anybody opposed? Regular meeting dated March 18th.
Move to accept.
Motion on the floor by Don Ramey to accept the meeting
Virgil
minutes.
Lloyd.
Joined the meeting.
There's a motion on the floor by Don Ramey to accept March 18th meeting minutes. Anybody second?
I'll second it.
Second by Bill. Any other discussion on March 18th, regular meeting minutes? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Item number 4, communications. 2021-2022 budget review meeting. So right now, as we discussed at last month's meeting, myself, Ernie, and Lori sat down and went through the budget. The only thing we don't have right now is we don't have the current EDUs. But we're gonna stay at $203 per EDU. We're expecting somewhere around 14, some of my math and Lori's math confirm that we're expecting somewhere around 14,500 EDUs. But we're not gonna have that information until May. So we can make this budget work at 203. We're gonna stay the same rate as last year for $2,836,925. We went up in some categories, we went down in some categories, but all in all, we felt that we can stay at 203 and not raise the rate this year. If there's going to be any discussion about this, let me know, but what we need to do is, we need to accept the 203 today, and barring any big changes, which we don't see any big changes, we're going to accept the 203, and then in May, we're going to have 30 minutes before our regular meeting at 4:30, we're going to have a public hearing, and then after the public hearing, then we vote, we make a final vote, but today is just to accept the budget of $2,836,920. Anybody have any questions about our special, the meeting that we had, the three of us, for that amount?
Last year's number? Yeah.
We're gonna stay with last year's number, we're not raising the rate.
Oh.
Right?
Yes.
Garrett?
No, I know, but it's under 2021, and we're doing 21-22. You're reading, I don't understand what you're...
This is the budget for 21-22, this
Right,
coming
you're reading
fiscal
the
year.
2.836. Oh, that's the previous year. Yeah, we're staying with that number.
Same number.
We're staying with the same number.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we're staying with the same number, and we're gonna stay with the same user fee at 203. I mean, that was your input, Garrett, the last meeting, and the input from everybody else, and then at the meeting that the three of us had, we felt we could stay the same rate.
Well, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I was just, you're reading a number from under 2021.
That's correct.
21-22.
We're keeping the same budget.
Okay, that's all. I just
All right.
didn't see the number, and that was last year's number. I don't see anything for this year. That's why I was...
That's this year's number.
The next column over. So he doesn't have it.
Well, in order to stay with the 203,
Yeah, but we haven't increased the amount of EDUs.
we haven't increased the amount of EDUs. Hold on a second.
Yeah, get that 14.5. Mine doesn't look right. No, he's saying this number.
Hold on 1 second here.
Take your time.
Yep. Here's the number that we did. So we're going with the $2,942,310.
Right.
Okay. Sorry, Garrett.
Well, I didn't just want you to approve a number that wasn't right.
Well, we're
Kinda hope
approved.
not, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so $2,942,310. Correct. Thank you, Garrett. Let's see, I thought, where was the one, Ernie, that we did? Give me 1 second here. The long and short of it is, yeah, we're gonna stay at 203. So the budget is $2,942,310. Anybody, any discussion? Want to know what we talked about? So, all right, wonder why that didn't change here. In the file, I guess I got it someplace else, but that's fine, we're okay where we are. Thought I had another one. All right, any questions on the budget? Yeah. Anybody want to make a motion on the budget amount?
I'll make a motion to accept.
Motion by Bill to accept $2,942,310 for the revised budget 2021-2022 proposed.
I second it. This is John.
Thank you, John. Second by John. For the amount of $2,942,310. Any further discussion? All in favor? Anybody opposed? So we'll meet 30 minutes before the next meeting. We'll set the EDU rate, which we know is still, we're going to keep it at 203. Just give me 1 second here. My thoughts on my budget. I think I know it. I'm on the wrong tab, that's why. Okay. So we are there you go. I was in the wrong tab, my mistake. We are estimating 14,500 EDUs. And Lori was I was estimating 14,500 EDUs. Lori was estimating 14,444 EDUs. So to stay at the 203, we're feeling safe at 14,500, that we shouldn't exceed that amount. That was my guess when I did some counts, and Lori, so we're okay at 203. So there's the bottom line. I'm sorry, I was on the wrong tab. All right. With that in mind, don't forget 30 minutes before. 5A Meadow Street Estates. Anybody here for Meadow Street Estates?
I talked to all my engineers.
Jim, are you on?
Yeah, I'm on. We don't have anything new to report to the commission. We've got a letter from the city engineer with some minor issues that we've addressed, clean bill of health for mineral wetlands. But everything is precisely the same as submitted to the WPCA.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
This is Virgil Lloyd with Fuss and O'Neill is here on the phone, and I would just say that this is the report that I submitted to the WPCA at your last meeting. I gave it to you before you had to adjourn your meeting, and there's no changes to the report, and there was some pretty basic comments that were recommendations that were made, and I just wanted to mention that in case anyone had any questions on the report.
I don't. That was from last month, Virgil?
Yes, yeah, it was dated. I'm looking for the date. It was a few days before your last meeting, March 9th.
Got it. Yep, I got it. Okay. So you got 3 recommendations, Virgil?
Correct.
Am I on the right one? Yep.
Yep, that's the one.
3 recommendations. All sanitary sewer services with horizontal change of direction, lots 2, 3, and service to the existing lot adjacent to lot 6, shall have 2-way cleanouts with risers extended to the grade and capped. Number 2 was all services shall have uniform pipe slope from house to main sanitary sewer line. Number 3 recommendation is to follow directive of the city Shelton Sewer Department designated representative agent during construction, meaning Ernie Hutchinson. Is that it, Virgil?
Yes, that's it. That's correct, Mr. Chairman.
Jim, you have anything else?
No objections to the conditions and nothing else.
Okay. Hearing none? Anybody want to make a motion to accept project 21-102 for parcel 27 and 127 and 121 in William Street, Meadow Ridge Estates?
So move.
Motion from Don Ramia to accept the recommendations from Fuss and O'Neill, items 1 through 3. Is there a second on the motion?
I'll second.
Second from Bill, from the recommendations for Fuss and O'Neill to accept the recommendations.
We need a,
Any further discussion?
does the applicant have a copy of this? Mr. O'Malley, do you have a copy of this?
You got it did we give you the copy last month?
Jim might. Jim, you have this recommendation?
No, I don't have it yet.
We'll get you, Ernie will get you a copy.
Yeah, 'cause I didn't have it last meeting. We'll get you a copy of this before the meeting.
I'll email
Okay.
it right here. I'll email it to you.
Motion from Don Ramey, seconded by Bill. Is that right? Correct?
Yes, that's correct.
No, any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed to the motion? Thank you. Thank you, Jim.
Okay, thank you.
Item 5B, generator. Eric. Eric, want to talk, Ed? You guys got any?
Well, we're just looking for the approval of funding. We never got that at the last meeting.
Yeah, we're gonna, okay, so this was a topic, of course, at our meeting, the funding. We're gonna take it out of, Ernie, we're gonna take that out of our, sinking, correct.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, so,
But I need like a PO or somehow to authorize it to give the company.
well, we'll make
Chairman, he authorizes your goal.
we're authorizing it. We'll make vote on this now, and you can have, Ernie can give you a PO, or however you guys do it in-house.
You just order it. If the chairman says yes, the board says yes, you order it, and we'll sign off on it. Okay.
So, here it is, Cumming service for repairs of, it's almost an emergency, it's almost considered an emergency repair, and we have to do it. $39,358.76 for an emergency repair to the diesel generator. We have to have this done. This is a no question project. Got to get done.
Mr. Chairman, if you'd be so kind, if you just initial that, we'll use that.
Well, let's get the motion first, just to take it, so let's get a motion to take this out of the sinking fund.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Bill for $39,358 for the generator diesel repair.
Second.
Seconded by Don Ramia for the generator diesel repair for $39,358. Any further discussions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? I'm going to write funds come out of sinking fund.
Yep.
We haven't even started the year. We're taking money out of our sinking fund. 6A, Petromont Place. Mr. Bellis?
Thank you. Good afternoon, I'm Attorney Stephen Bellis, I represent the applicant, Good Guys Development LLC. I have Manny Silva, who you may know from Rose and Tizzo's office. He's the engineer for the project. Real briefly, this was an apartment building that application that was approved by the zoning commission very recently, the last month's meeting. They approved 47 units, and of the 47 units, 6 units will be affordable. The rest are marketplace. that the, WPCA approved sewage that comes from this building. It's, luckily for us, there's a, forced main already in Petromont Place. So we'll be connecting to that forced main that's already there. That goes from, Petromont up towards Fort, and then goes into your system. We should have given you, we should have the, discharge calculation, that Manny provided.
So where, Steve, where's your benefit, your paperwork for the,
There was an application.
okay, that's what I'm sorry. We're a little bit messed up here today. We're kind of doing this
Yeah, that's okay, guys.
a little bit quicker than we thought.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to speed it up.
It's okay.
So there was an application filed for the, apartment unit. We came up with an estimate of about 7,000 gallons per day. This is a peak flow.
So this is a forced line, this is not gravity.
It's gravity to the force main.
So gravity from the project to a force main.
Correct.
Okay. And the force main is our force main, or you're taking it out to the
I'll let Manny address it.
Yeah. Manny Silva from Rose Steel Company, licensed civil engineer in the state of Connecticut. So as you look here on SP2, you can see that we have a gravity line that then goes to a pump station on our site. So the pump will be owned by us and maintained by us. We have a generator on site right here, off to here, to supply power in case it goes out. And as you can see, then we have a force main that then taps into an existing force main in the city right away on Petromont. Petromont has a 2-inch force main. If you go all the way out to the last sheet in the set, which is plan and profile 1.2, you can see that when they built Santos, forget the name of the plaza, Santos Plaza, that's what it's called. Over here on the corner of Petromont and River Road, they put in a 2-inch force main from their property. That then connects into a gravity line in the intersection of Petromont and Coram Avenue. If you look at XP1, which basically is the existing condition out there today, you can see that there's existing water line enforcement on the property. So what we propose is to connect our force main with a check valve prior to connecting into that force main, and then, it's basically a community force main in a public right of way like we've done in other parts of the
Okay.
So on the plans, it's labeled as FM, force main.
Yep.
And then the discharge that we anticipate is for 47 bedrooms at 150 gallons per room, which is what is recommended by the Connecticut Health Department. Our estimated flow per day would be 7,050 gallons per day. That's an average flow of 4.9 gallons per minute. And then we apply a peaking factor of 5 times, which is what we normally use for a residential development, and that equates to about 24.5 gallons per minute, or 0.05 cubic feet per second, which is kind of small.
The only other request we would have of this commission is that we voluntarily, not under any statute or anything, voluntarily gave 6 units as being affordable, meaning for people that make less income than the other. And, I would just ask the commission if they would be willing to waive the connection fee only on those 6 units, not the others. So there would be a connection fee for 41, but not the 6 affordable. The reason for that is the developer's not reimbursed for his income of $1.4 million from what the market rate is to the affordable rate. And I'm just asking as a request. I don't know, I've never seen it in any regulations, but it's just something that helps. It's done in other towns. I'm not saying it's done in this town, I don't know.
We've been asked for that before, about, I don't know, 8 years ago for, what's the building on Todd Place, Toad Place? Samaritan House?
Spooner House.
Spooner House. So it's probably, it's not unprecedented, Steve.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
There's not, it doesn't, well, don't take my word for it, there's, you know.
No, I'm just asking, yeah, as a commission. Other than that, I think we pretty much covered everything.
Okay, so now, my only issue is,
Yes,
you know me now,
not
long
really.
enough.
Yes,
Is that the right sheet?
Manny.
We have a new form.
Oh, Manny filled it.
Steve,
Yes.
who's the engineer here representing Manny? Who's the attorney here representing him?
That'll be me.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the one out, okay?
Okay, shoot.
This needs to be redone. We have a new form.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll
Okay.
do it. Is it online? I don't know where we got that.
Did we post that online yet?
It's online.
It's online.
Manny, is that where you got that one?
So, if you come here representing anybody else, you know what's going on. You and I had this discussion already,
Okay.
okay?
I
I'm gonna give you it's okay, you don't have to apologize. I'm gonna give you the one out today, and
Okay.
it's on record. You get to walk the first base.
All right, I'll take a walk.
Please make sure this gets done and sent to Ernie and to us
Yes,
before the next meeting, okay?
absolutely.
All right, and then you know the
As long as,
process.
we can find the right form.
It's online.
Online.
Okay, if it's online, then we can get it.
Yeah.
I thought we took this one from online. I was gonna throw Gary under the bus because I made him go get it, but I can't.
Should get somebody who can read.
You're the one speaking.
I'm the one up here. so
You're the one, it's all on you, man.
That's on me. We'll take care of that for you guys, no problem.
All right, thank you. Obviously, you know the process, you gotta go through Fuss and O'Neill.
Yes, just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
The application from me, I'll forward it on to, Virgil.
Right.
Okay.
So then the drawings go to our engineer, he charges you a fee, usually fairly nominal, $1,000, that's nominal.
$1,000, okay.
Well,
Don't take that,
so,
let the
Yeah,
engineer say.
whatever, I'll talk to your office and we'll send them the check.
okay,
No, there's never been a
I'll
problem.
write nominal in the memo.
you could do that too. So let's bring up, we'll bring up the discussion of waiving the 6 units,
Thank you very much.
which I don't have a problem with, but I wanna get around the table, get everybody else's opinion.
No problem.
Since nobody else here has probably been involved in that, since everybody here is fairly new.
Okay.
So, Bill?
Well, my question is, if it's not mandated that the units are affordable,
Yes.
what happens if they get changed?
They can't get changed, it gets recorded on the land records for 40 years.
Oh, okay, fine, okay.
There's no change,
Good question.
I didn't realize that, so I figured let me ask.
Mr. Raymond?
Anal. Just kidding. I reviewed this before, and they're not the first ones asked for it, they're not the first ones to be, approved, so I'm definitely, 6 out of 47 is not a bad number.
I just got here.
At least you're admitting that.
No, but I think that's a reasonable request.
I believe we've only done it one time, that's it.
Yeah, it's not done very often, we did it,
No.
like I said, we voluntarily did it, the town.
Right,
Not mandated by
and as long as the developer's not getting reaping anything back from it,
No, we're losing.
other than giving it to somebody that deserves it,
Yeah,
because let's face it, the way things are going today, we gotta help people out here.
yeah,
I think this is the most reasonable way to help people out.
Well, I appreciate that.
John Pushka.
I was wondering where the name Good Guys LLC came from, so I guess this must be it. But I think that's a nice thing to do, and I'm all for waiving it.
Eugene.
Yeah, that was my initial comment as well, as long as they're remaining as affordable. You know, we used to do a lot of projects like that. And my second question was, is there any Connecticut Housing Finance Authority funding that's already paying for that? Like you mentioned there, Mike, as long as the developer is not reaping any of the benefits and getting paid for that fee and asking for it to be waived, as long as that's not happening, then I agree with the decision.
There's no contribution from anybody.
Okay. Then I agree.
So hearing that, does somebody want to make a motion? What's that, Eugene?
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, this is Virgil Lloyd, from Fuss O'Neill. I just wanted to say that, regarding the engineer's review fee, what I'll do is, after the meeting or tomorrow, Ernie and I will get together and he can provide the information to me on that. But I just wanted to point out that I need to look at the application before we can decide determine what that engineer review fee will be. So
Fair enough.
I just wanted to make sure that was clear.
Yep, that's normal. Okay.
All right, so sorry for the interruption.
It's okay. Comments always welcome from you. Hearing everybody's opinion, does somebody want to make a motion that we waive 6, as long as we understand it's in the minutes that it's in the deed for 40 years?
Correct.
Okay.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Who's that? Eugene?
Name your, who was
That was John.
John Pushka made the motion to waive 6 units,
I'll second.
seconded by Joe, to waive 6 units for the benefit connection charge. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to waive 6 units for the benefit connection charge? Anybody opposed? Vote so ordered. So work those numbers out with Ernie, and please make sure, Steve, that you get me the proper paperwork. If you come, I'm going to tell you right now, if you come next month and we don't have it in our hands, don't even walk into the door.
You'll have it.
Okay? I know you will, but I'm trying to give everybody fair warning. We've had this up for 3 months now, 4 months.
Yeah.
And I understand that the changeover might be a little bit slow for some people. I know that's how it works.
Not for me, but maybe. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, guys. See you next month.
Thank you. New business, sewer administrator's report.
Mr. Chairman, we're getting from DEEP, the publicly owned treatment works applications. They are in the clear folder to your right. Mr. Chairman, to the right of you is the clear folder. We're going to need you to endorse that top right corner on 3 of them, the ones that say State of Connecticut, and the other one for Sikorsky will be about 3/4 of the page down on the front.
Okay.
We're getting these applications, so without further ado, we'll talk about them in the future, or these with the abbreviation POTW. So DEEP has put this on our plate now. Okay, moving right along.
Yeah, they don't want to take responsibility for these anymore.
Right.
They want it to come from all the WPCAs and sewer administrators.
Correct. All right.
Yep. Go ahead.
So moving along, our department. Last month, we videoed 18,000 linear feet of sanitary sewer lines. We checked and inspected 90 manholes and located dozens of buried manhole frames and covers. We also raised all these buried manhole frames and covers to grade through various locations in the city. During that videoing, we found that there's a stretch of line on the Bridgeport Avenue that we've got to put before the board that needs to be lined. It's a matter,
urgency, and, multiple professionals, consultants recommend aligning, 2,792 linear feet of that sanitary sewer from Platte Road down to Sunwood Drive, and that would be very soon. We'll put that before the board in the following months. What we're trying to do, we're trying to eliminate these, manholes from being buried. So we're working together with our DPW and engineering offices to alleviate this, them paving right over this stuff. Our department's also going out to bid for, multiple sewer maintenance, categories. We'll keep the board informed of these as we progress. And, on a much milder note, there's a piece of paper I've got to go before each of the commissioners here and just see which way they want to be contacted, either by email or phone or both. It's a very petty item. And then, Chairman has already put this before you, but just want to make sure that next month, Wednesday, May 12th, the WPCA will have that hearing at 4, and at 4:30, your regular meeting. I just want to make sure that everyone's good with that. Okay? And I am done. Thank you for your time.
Typically, we do not get any comments from budgets. Very, very seldom. We sit here, and I ask 3 times if anybody has anything to say, and typically nobody. The days when we had the We Are One, we had people here, but those days have passed. So has We Are One. So we sit here and talk and wait.
All right. Mr. Chairman, on item number 7 on the financial statement, Bill, I don't know if you went direct to the finance department. We weren't privy to the financial statement for this meeting. I didn't ask for that. I asked for some other stuff. But we knew it was going to be a very quick meeting, so we didn't push the issue of not having the statements.
It's always nice to have the financial statement, but that's given that situation. Anything else?
No, sir.
Hearing none, since Mr. Hellauer's not here, I want to make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion to adjourn? All in favor? Anybody opposed? No. Thank you.
Can I just get who first? It was Don first and who seconded?
No, I think
I did. Joe Pax? I did.
Don't forget the email stuff and the telephone contact.
Yes, mate.
Need that for Lori.
Thank you.
Nice job, Mr. Chairman.
I told you, Ern, we'd get it done.
Virgil, all set?
Yeah, I'm all good here. I'll sign off now. Nice chatting with you guys, however brief it was.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So long.
see you.